Here is a map that is there in my second book. I have tried to locate the well-known centers of learning on the map. In my first book also there was a map in which I plotted some 20 centers of learning. But in this book I have done a lot more research. Not all these centers existed at the same time. And I managed to find more than 80 centers which I've shown on this map. So in the northwest, you can see Takshashila, which is the oldest to have been excavated. It is perhaps older than the 16th century BCE, though mainstream historians put it down to 6th century BCE. It is definitely older than that. Everyone knows Nalanda University. That's the most well-known. It is in the east. But there are scores of others, as you can see in this map. They kept coming close to each other. And some of them, like Somapura and others, they are in Bangladesh, today's Bangladesh. Archaeologists are still coming across the remains of ancient universities. For example, in 2009, the Telhara University was discovered some 40 kilometers away from Nalanda, and it is even older than Nalanda. It is also bigger than Nalanda. So as I mentioned in my first talk, Nalanda had an absolutely grand campus with vast grounds, 300 apartments, ponds with lotuses blooming in them, groves of amra, then a 3-storied library which had the most important manuscripts. So the experience of studying in Nalanda was absolutely unforgettable for students, and we have records of that. By the Chinese students especially. So the admission test to enter Nalanda was very difficult, and only 20% of the students managed to make it through those tests. Vikramshila was another university, beautiful university, and it was surrounded by a wall all around which was decorated with art. And on the right of the main entrance, there was said to be a portrait of Nagarjuna, the very well-known scholar. And on the left, there was a portrait of the Buddhist master, Atisa. Then in central India, there was Ujjaini, which was very well known for mathematics and astronomy. The prime meridian or the 0-degree longitude passed through Ujjain. It is only in the colonial period that Greenwich became the prime meridian. Then in Gujarat, there was Vallabhi University, which was famous for economics and public administration. Students who graduated from there were able to get good jobs in administration. So it is interesting that we have IIM Ahmedabad today, even today in Gujarat. So there seems to be some kind of a continuity there. And in the south, you can see a cluster of institutions like Kanchipuram, Ennairam, Sringeri, Talagunda, Thrissur, so many of them. Even in those times, the students and teachers traveled to the institutions of their choice. So even though it was not as easy as today to travel, the students would travel to the place where they would get the guru of their choice, and which was, so it was, so there was a kind of a pedigree associated with studying in certain universities. So the people did not confine themselves to their hometown. They went in search of the best place to get education. That is how there were professors like Gunamati and Stiramati in Nalanda who had earlier established the Vallabhi University. So the professors were traveling as well. The Bhaskaracharya who taught in Ujjaini was perhaps from Bijapur in Karnataka.